Whatever it takes, we know that they'll make it through. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 dramatic Degrassi moments.
Your HIV test is positive.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most dramatic moments from the Degrassi franchise, a show that throughout the years has always went there.
Dean! No! It's okay. Dean, stop!
And since this is a list about the show's most emotional and tragic moments, expect plenty of spoilers.
Sorry, but we don't think that's right for the show.
Number 10. Spike's pregnancy.
But you can't be pregnant unless you've had sex.
You did it?
With Shane?
Long before teen pregnancies were a common storyline in the franchise, viewers were shocked when Christine Nelson, aka Spike, got pregnant at 14.
Mom, I'm pregnant.
Since the baby's conception was Spike's first time having sex, the father wasn't exactly committed to being around, and the other students' parents thought her pregnancy would reflect badly on the school, so she was kicked out.
Not all the parents want you to leave, but a lot of them do. I made a mistake and I'm paying for it. How much longer do I have to keep paying for it? Why can't they leave me alone?
There were a lot of obstacles Spike had to face as a young single parent, but as we would later see in Degrassi: The Next Generation, Spike turned out to be a great mother to Emma.
My mom is amazing. I can't believe she went through everything you're going through just to have me.
In fact, she even got married and started a family with Snake, aka Principal Simpson, whom she knew from their own days at Degrassi.
And by the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Number 9. Emma meets her online boyfriend.
Jordan's coming here, and he wants to meet me tomorrow.
When a series pilot episode already deals with things like catfishing and internet predators, you know the show is going to be a bit of a crazy ride.
If you're meeting a stranger you met off of the net, that could be really dangerous.
He's not a stranger. He emailed me his picture. I've known Jordan a lot longer than I've known you.
The first episode opens with Spike's daughter Emma secretly chatting online with a guy that she considers her boyfriend.
Emma, you saved my heart and my project. If we protect the wildlife refuge, I owe it all to you. Love you, Jordan. Love you.
But of course, she's never actually met him. When they agree to meet at a hotel, viewers are probably not surprised to find that her boyfriend, Jordan, is really a middle-aged man who wants to take advantage of her. Emma is only 13 at the time and realizes she's way in over her head.
One noise, and I tape your mouth. And I don't think you'd want that.
Luckily, she has a group of friends who care enough to save her from her own mistakes.
He's at the Bartley Valley, room 1409.
Number 8. Clare has cancer. Poor Clare. Pretty much every character has suffered at Degrassi.
The lump on my back tested positive for rhabdomyosarcoma. I have cancer.
Sure, her character was never killed off, but her boyfriend Eli did crash his car over her.
Eli, answer me!
She became step-siblings with an ex, and her boss sexually harassed her.
What are you doing?
Come on, Claire.
But her most notable struggle was when she was diagnosed with cancer.
6 weeks of inpatient treatment, followed by months of oral chemo medication. And if all goes well, it's a 70% survival rate. Yippee skippy.
Watching Claire lose it over losing her hair was heartbreaking, but not more so than her desire to just be a normal teenager.
I feel fine. Everyone just keeps telling me that I'm sick. I think I'm only gonna get a lot sicker. I don't want to go through this, Eli.
She eventually goes into remission, but only to get pregnant and subsequently miscarry.
We still have further tests to run on the baby, but I'm no longer hearing a heartbeat.
That girl can never catch a break.
I just can't believe we're never gonna get to know him. We might never know why. It's just not fair.
Number 7. Marco comes out to Spinner.
Because why? Because I'm gay.
Marco spent the first 2 seasons hiding his real orientation by dating his best friend Ellie.
Your love brings tears to my eyes. Just wish everyone could be as lucky.
But eventually, he decides he needs to be more honest with his friends. But when he blurts it out to his friend Spinner, he doesn't take the news very well. In fact, Spinner bullies Marco for it and writes homophobic messages about him around the school.
And it's true. He told me himself. Marco's gay?
On the bright side, Marco's other friends aren't nearly as close-minded. And with some time and insight, Spinner comes to accept that he may have been quick to judge.
Well, do you like every girl that comes along?
If they're hot.
Well, you're not.
Yeah, but you're off base there. See, look, let's agree to disagree.
Most importantly, Marco and gay viewers learn that being different isn't easy, but it does get better.
Yeah, I like him, but I'm scared.
Okay, but you need to get over that. Just ask the dude out.
Number 6. Adam dies.
If you can reach me, open your eyes now.
Appearing in later seasons when trans issues had become more talked about, Adam was the show's first transgender character.
They've given me a plastic hat.
Inevitably, he still faced his fair share of prejudice from other students, but surrounded himself with a solid group of friends. A girlfriend named Becky and his brother Drew, who all accepted him for who he was.
No, I like girls, and since I'm a guy between the ears, that makes me straight. At least I think so.
Cool.
We all feared for his life when he was accidentally shot by a gang member his brother got involved with, but he survived.
Well, look on the bright side. Girls think scars are pretty cool, right?
Yay, another thing to explain when they take my shirt off.
Unfortunately, Adam's good luck came to an end when he crashed his car while texting Becky. Nearly the entire school went out for his funeral, but no one was as sad as viewers were to see him go. Number 5. Paige gets raped.
What are you doing? I don't think so. Dean! No! It's okay.
Paige Michaelchuk, the girl who trademarked the word hun, was the queen of Degrassi Community School.
Paige Michaelchuk.
Let me guess. Cheerleader.
Head cheerleader, but we call it Spirit Squad.
She was smart, sassy, and above all happy, so it pained viewers to see her spirit be so utterly broken after being raped at a party.
Now, what do you know about rape? I researched it. I know a lot more about it than you do.
Paige lived in fear of her attacker, Dean Walton, for a very long time, and had to deal with it alone since she refused to tell anybody what happened to her.
Paige, the squad needs you.
Leave me alone.
It's just some stupid guy, right?
Viewers were delighted when Paige finally stood up to the boy by singing about it at a songwriting competition with him in the audience. That feeling was short-lived as he got off scot-free at his trial.
I have no choice but to find the defendant not guilty. Mr. Walton, you are free to go.
But fortunately, Paige never had to see Dean again. Well, not before crashing into his car first, and developed into a strong young woman.
Sorry to take away your fun, but I'm about to confess. That's what good people do when they realize they've done something wrong.
Number 4. Rick puts Terri in a coma. Although she ruled the school alongside Paige and Ashley and seemed to be confident, Terri often dealt with body insecurity.
Because I'm not going. Because nobody's going to want to dance with a fat cow like me.
Oh, Terri.
This meant she sometimes felt insignificant when her best friends constantly received the attention of other boys.
I know, but maybe you should just keep a low profile for a bit.
Terri, one day when a guy likes you, you'll understand how this works.
So, when loner Rick leaves a rose at her locker, she finally feels appreciated and they start dating.
I do hope leaving roses wasn't intrusive. I'm a little shy.
Me too. And I think it's sweet.
You had no inkling it was me.
Nope. Guess I'm not psychic.
Unfortunately for Terri, she should have waited to give her heart to someone who deserved it, because dating Rick would lead to emotional and physical abuse, and eventually spend time in a coma after Rick pushes her and she hits her head.
No!
The fallout meant the two split, thankfully, but also saw Terri transferred to another school.
Remember our friend Terry McGregor? The girl who was in a coma last year?
He's the psycho who put her there. His name's Rick, her ex. He used to beat her.
Number 3. Suicide of Claude Tanner.
Hurry up, man. You'll be late for class. I'm not going to any more classes. What has this place ever done for me?
Sometime during Caitlin and Joey's epic on-again, off-again relationship, she dated an older student named Claude Tanner. He was more mature and passionate about the same things as Caitlin.
We both like movies and the environment, and he's cute.
But he also let her down by running off and leaving her to take all the blame for a night of vandalism.
Claude!
Caitlin never forgives him, and it drove him to do the unthinkable.
Don't worry. I won't bother you anymore.
Good.
I just came to say goodbye.
One day, he brings a gun to school, walks into a bathroom, and shoots himself. This led students to question whether suicide is a selfish act or not. And even if critics see Degrassi as a superficial teen drama, there's no denying that it wasn't afraid to tackle the biggest taboos, even early on in the franchise.
All of us feel overwhelmed sometimes. Many people think about suicide.
It's okay, Joanne.
But the difference is that we don't do it. Because once you do, everything is over.
Number 2, Jimmy gets shot. Even if you've gone your whole life without ever seeing an episode, everyone seems to know Jimmy Brooks, played by Drake, gets shot in the back and becomes paralyzed. But how did we get there? Rick foolishly returns to Degrassi and constantly gets bullied, but one prank becomes the last straw. And he goes to school with revenge on his mind.
Sure, it'd be cool if you skipped the rest of the day. Toby, this is the one time I actually want to be at school.
Unfortunately, he believes Jimmy to be behind the pranks and feels betrayed since he thought they were becoming friends.
Is that real?
The whole time you pretended to be my friend. You made me do this.
Rick is later accidentally killed by his own gun, while Jimmy's life as he knew it is over.
My basketball career, my whole future, is gone. It's like these 2 pieces of me.
But Jimmy is strong, and he gets back on track by pursuing music and taking up wheelchair basketball.
What's going on, guys? I'm Jimmy Brooks, assistant coach, and I will be watching you shoot today.
Why?
Before we reveal our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Ew, Ellie, you're bleeding. Oh, yeah, I hit my arm on the thing.
I'm sorry. Your mother and father, they're dead.
No.
I'm dead.
I'm dirt. Oh, you're not. You're the same person you always were, and you can fix this. Darcy, get back. Darcy!
What if I change my mind? No operation, no chemo, then what?
The cancer will spread. You could die in months, maybe weeks.
Number 1, JT dies.
I'm sorry. Your brother's gone.
It's gone?
For a show that doesn't go an episode without some sort of drama happening, James Tiberius Yorke was a beacon of light.
If elected, I, JT Yorke, will do what a real politician would do. Absolutely nothing. And, like a true politician, I will accept bribes.
He was the comedic relief, so when he died unexpectedly in the Next Generation 6 season, laughter seemed to die with him. Attending Liberty's birthday party, JT's life came to an end when kids from a rival school didn't seem to appreciate his humor. In a seemingly trivial exchange that escalated way too quickly,
"Yeah, mascot boy? Laugh at this."
Stabbed in his aorta, JT bled to death outside the party while Liberty held him in her arms. A memorial for JT was erected at Degrassi, and fans still tear up whenever we catch a glimpse of it on screen. Do you agree with our list? What do you think is the most dramatic Degrassi moment?
I said get out!
For more nostalgic top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to MsMojo.
Tonight's the PTA meeting. I wonder what will happen to her.